Gutter Trash is a proud member of the Comics Podcast Network.
After finding what he believes to be the perfect woman, David is sent on a journey that involves obsession, murder, incest, comic books, and the apocalypse in the Daniel Klaus graphic novel, David Boring. Welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 92, David Boring. My name is Eric.
My name is Jason.
Hello, sir.
Oh, howdy.
Howdy.
What's going on, buddy?
I don't know, it feels like it's been a while since we've done this.
I think it has.
It's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah?
Yeah. We were ahead of the game, and now we're just right back on track again.
Damn it.
I blame Pat.
It never lasts. It never lasts.
I blame Pat.
Riding high.
Blame Pat.
Fuck you, Pat.
Yeah, there we go.
I miss Pat already. Hi, Pat. And hi, Brian and Kurt and anyone else listening. Thank you.
I was waving.
Yeah, he was waving while he was drinking.
Yeah. I'm a thirsty individual.
It's a warm day.
It is a very warm day.
Dayton, Ohio.
I've got some allergy sinus things going on, I think.
Thought you looked a little puffy.
Yeah.
Didn't want to say anything. Maybe a little pink around the ears. No.
I don't know what any of that means. I'm pretty sure I'm always that way.
Pink around the ears.
Puffy and pink.
Yeah. That's why I love you.
Thank you. Yeah. It's a tannish pink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get the olive complexion.
Yeah.
Pink olive. You know,
I am the pimento. I don't know.
Yeah. On the way here, I stopped because, as we just mentioned, I believe it's a warm day here.
Yeah.
And I stopped at the local gas station. I was going to pick me up a lemonade because that sounds so good on a hot day.
Yeah.
And I went in there, and I looked in the cooler, and they have this row of 8 different lemonades, and none of them are lemonade flavor.
Right.
They're all raspberry lemonade, black cherry lemonade, tropical pineapple lemonade, and I was like, come on, seriously, there's got to be one lemonade. And I was like, because there was 2 rows of black cherries, I bet some knucklehead put a black cherry in front of, he decided he didn't want it, and he just stuck it back. But no, yeah. And
2 rows of black cherry.
2 blows of, yeah. 2 blows of rack cherry. But the best I could find was a kiwi lemonade, and it was actually pretty good. I will have to, say maybe I should branch out my lemonade.
It's possible, but I see what you're saying though.
Yeah, I just want.
Yeah.
I like vanilla ice cream. I like lemonade without other berries inside of it.
See, this is why I don't go to a Starbucks or anything, because, I just want a coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want, flavored, nutty, choco, mocha, vanilla, mint, anything. I just want
something
my
more.
coffee.
Some simple.
Exactly.
I blame video games. I think everyone is so, they need, this sensory overload in everything they do.
Right.
There can't even just be one flavor anymore of something.
Right.
You have to have 10 flavors of every flavor. I don't know.
It's just, there's a reason why it's the original. It's because it's often the best.
Yeah. Keeping it real.
Yeah. It'd be like if, all of a sudden they just got rid of, regular Pepsi, and all you had was, cherry Pepsi, and, Pepsi with lime, or anything like that. Just, the original is always the number one. Keep it around.
Yeah, exactly. The classics shouldn't die.
Goes for lemonade, goes for tea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's difficult to find just regular tea anymore.
It goes for Star Wars movies. Don't fuck with them. Just leave them the way they are. We like things simple.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just simple. I'm a simple man.
I think
with a simple plan.
I think at everyone's core, we're all pretty simple.
Yeah.
I think fucking with that simplicity really just ruins humanity as a whole. You know, all you people who out there think you're deep or complex, stop it. You're ruining it. You're ruining it for everybody.
Yeah. I don't need pretentious beverages.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. I want a soda. I want a cream soda.
Right.
I don't want a pretzel-flavored cream soda.
No.
Or a kiwi macadamia nut cream soda.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. But somebody out there's working on it right now.
I'm sure they are. And you know what? I bet it probably does taste good.
Yeah.
But
who needs it?
I don't want to know that it tastes good.
Yeah.
I just want regular old cream soda.
Yeah. So we can move on. We can do our thing.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want to be tied up,
Hey.
running around in circles talking about the flavors of things like we're doing right now.
Like we're doing right now. We don't want to waste countless minutes, both at the store, trying to decide which flavor of whatever we want, and we don't want to waste precious minutes talking about it on a popular internet podcast.
It's a crime against Dan Close that we're talking about macadamia nuts right now.
Is it? I don't know if there was like some sort of famous incident Dan Klaus had with macadamia nuts that...
You really don't know? You really don't know this? At San Diego Comic-Con in 1993, someone attacked him with a bag of macadamia nuts.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The man won't go within 20 feet of one to this day. True
Neither
story.
would I.
Look it up on Wikipedia.
Neither would I. Yeah. I would look it up, but I can't right now.
Right.
But if that would happen to me, I would not go near a macadamia nut either.
Yeah.
Huh?
You'd be crazy. You would be out of your mind.
I would have a death wish.
Yeah. I don't know.
We're idiots.
Yes.
Dan Klaus, David Boring. Let's get into it.
Let's jump right in.
Jump around. Jump up, and get down.
Oh, speaking of bad rap songs.
Oh, hold on.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean bad?
I'm not a fan of House of Pain. Never liked it. It's your Irish blood that makes you love it so much. Isn't that where you get the pink from your olive complexion? The green stripe and your pink olive complexion. Now that would be good. Like, instead of red stripe beer, they have a green stripe. Okay, I can get behind it now.
Okay.
I take it all back.
Alright. Anyway.
Oh, no. This morning, Doogie showed me this video by the ICP called Miracles on YouTube. And
First of all, let me just interrupt you again. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
God bless a juggalo.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The magic playing, patchouli wearing motherfuckers populate the White Castles around the world. But he was at some bar last night, and one of his friends told him he had to see this video because it was amazing. And then so we watched it together for the first time.
Is this the Juggalo baby funeral?
No, I don't know about that.
Okay.
There's a baby being born in the video.
Oh, alright.
So maybe ties in somehow.
Maybe.
But I swear it's like 4 or 5 minutes long, and I swear for the first 2 minutes I was waiting on the punchline because I was like, these guys, they're really dragging out the punchline. But it was not a joke. It was like them being for serious,
Right.
and it was about how the world is full of miracles, and it had like the cheesiest like special effects in the background the entire time, and they're talking about how they don't understand how magnets work and how their children look like them, so it's a miracle, and like how they don't trust scientists, and rainbows are fucking awesome. And I swear, like, I kept waiting for there to be a punchline, but there wasn't one. You have to look it up. It's called Miracles by the ICP.
Is it actually, Violent J and Shaggy 2
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Full makeup?
Full makeup, but they're being totally serious. It's like they're trying to be touching and heartwarming. And like I see where they're coming from, and I hope some of their fans maybe they have some depressed or like lost fans that are like, yeah, the world is okay.
Yeah.
And that's great. I mean, I am behind that, but the way they went about it was so like weird and syrupy sweet. It was like some horrible after school special.
It's odd that you bring that up, because apparently last weekend was the 11th annual Gathering of the Juggalos.
Oh. I didn't know they gathered.
Oh, they gather.
Yeah.
They gather.
Drank some Faygo. Watched some wrestling VHS tapes.
Yes.
Really?
Well, they have wrestlers there.
Yeah.
And comedians. Like Tom Green and Gallagher.
That seems appropriate.
Tila Tequila was a guest at this year's gathering, and she got attacked on stage.
I don't know who this is.
She is
from He-Man. She's
a...
from He-Man, right? Masters of the Universe?
No, she is a internet reality show celebrity who likes to fuck. That's pretty much why she is an internet reality show celebrity, because she likes to fuck.
I could see how that would be popular.
And she has little to no talent, or I don't know. Blight on humanity is maybe a better way to describe her.
All right.
And she got attacked by juggalos. They threw stuff at her, and by stuff I mean shit.
Like feces?
Yes.
Wow.
And bricks and bottles.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Maybe. Fun. I think if you knew her, you'd be laughing on the inside with me.
I'll have to investigate.
Yeah. But 2 weeks ago, one of my favorite podcasts, the Mike Schmidt's The 40-Year-Old Boy, pretty much the majority of his show 2 weeks ago was dedicated to him making fun of the Gathering of the Juggalos infomercial that is available online. And recounting his experience bouncing at the House of Blues where the Insane Clown Posse played.
Really?
Yeah.
He was a bouncer.
Yeah. And he had to deal with Juggalos, Faygo, and Violent J smacking him in the head.
Well, he's Violent J. What does he expect?
Right.
A caress?
But all of our listeners and you will all just subject it to you at some point. Should go find, I think, last week's episode of, or maybe 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, the episode of The 40-Year-Old Boy. Check it out.
Check it out. He is a funny guy, I gotta admit. Yeah, sometimes it's a little much for me, but sometimes he's fucking hilarious.
He is fucking hilarious. Plus, bonus, you get to hear the story about how he punched a car.
Yeah. Okay. Is it the one where, like, somebody filmed him?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That sounds amazing.
Yes. So, anyhow, Juggalos. I think that's something that David Boring could have used to punch it up a little bit.
Yeah, a little more Juggalos.
A little more Juggalo. I think, actually, you know what? Fuck it. All comics need that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for the ICP comics from Chaos.
They could use a little less Juggalo.
Yeah, they get a little less, yeah.
I think that's
Weird how that works.
All the other comics, they get a little more Juggalo. ICP comic gets a little less Juggalo.
The world's happy.
We have to balance.
There'd be miracles happening everywhere. Fucking rainbows. I forget what he says, but he's like, fucking rainbows after it rains. It's a fucking miracle. Something like that. That's pretty awesome.
Fantastic.
So David Boring.
David Boring.
We were just talking about Dan Close the other day, how we were kind of disappointed with his most recent.
We mentioned him on the last episode. We mentioned him at bowling.
Yeah. He's mentioned a lot in our little circle.
God damn it. I am sorry. Anyhow, David Boring. I'm gonna say one thing, that I don't think this is a spoiler by any means. There's a parts in this book where David Boring is reading a comic book 2 panels at a time.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I approached reading the book, David Boring.
Really?
To review it for the show.
Like, every night you'd read 2 panels before you go to bed?
You know, it just, it wasn't really anything against the book or anything. It's just every time I tried to sit down and read it, I would get like a page in, and then I'd have to stop reading.
Really?
Yeah.
Not for like any reasons of hating the book.
No, yeah, just
outside reasons.
Just life.
Yeah. The doorbell rings.
Right. It's just something happened where like I really just I could not sit down to read like a decent chunk of this book until last Thursday when we were actually supposed to be doing this show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So basically, last minute.
You finished it up?
I finished it up.
Today?
No.
Okay.
Thursday, when we were supposed to be doing this. And of course, now it's been 4 days, and I've
can't remember it.
Completely wiped it out of my head.
Well, I read it like a week and a half ago, and then I read it again today. I read it all in one sitting today, so it was like nice and fresh.
Good, then you can keep me...
Keep you online?
Yeah.
In line,
online, whatever.
You're already online.
Oh,
hello. So David Boring by Dan Close, originally serialized as a 3-issue thing, 8-ball.
Sorry, Joe.
Yeah. So you've already given the synopsis, right?
Yeah.
At the beginning? Yeah, okay. So, I'll say I like this about 1,000 times more than Wilson.
Yeah. I would agree entirely. Still probably not my favorite thing that I've read by him.
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all. Which is saying a lot, that he has that kind of range.
Right, yeah.
Like Wilson, I wouldn't even say is bad. It's just bad for him.
Right.
And this is 1,000 times better, and there's other things like even better.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a kind of a bizarre story, but not so bizarre that I'm pissed off by it.
Yeah.
Like I'm pissed off while I'm reading it, but then he ties everything up.
It all pretty much. Yeah. I mean, there's a couple things I'm wondering, like if he just didn't like go, I need to tie these two loose ends together.
Right.
Like with the shooter thing, I don't know. But
I think the shooter thing, like spoiler. At the end of Act 1, David Boring, the title character, gets shot in the head.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Never good.
I think from that point, that stays a consistent thread throughout the story.
Mm-hmm.
But like in the beginning parts of Act 1, there's a character who just sort of randomly shows up in like 2 panels and is never explained. And honestly, by the time that he actually comes around again in the 3rd act, I'd completely forgotten that he was in the story.
The professor?
Yeah.
Professor Karkis. Yeah. I mean, my favorite thing about him being shot is that he was shot dead center in the forehead.
Yeah. And lives.
Head on. Yeah, straight head on. And he lives. He's fine. He had some healing to do, but yeah, I love that. No brain damage, no motor control damage.
Nothing that would normally happen to a person.
Right.
And it's never questioned either.
Yeah. And that's what's so... Like, it's so pulpy and comic booky and movie-ish. I mean, obviously, it's... I don't know, was this... When did Ghost World come out? Because this was 2000. Ghost World was before that, wasn't it?
I think this was before Ghost World.
Was it?
Or
before the movie?
Before the movie, Ghost World.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think maybe this is his reaction to dealing with Hollywood, or like making his thing into a movie? Because there's a lot of references to movies and like...
I don't know, because, I mean, he obviously didn't stop there either. He did Art School Confidential.
Right.
I mean,
maybe it wasn't like him like damning the whole process, but just him going like, I've got all this movie stuff bouncing around my head, like, what I feel about it, because David Boring's father was a comic artist,
right.
And he basically wants to be a filmmaker, and he's like even says somewhere in the book that movies are more serious and better than comics or something like that.
Right.
So I wonder if like this is somehow, just the whole process and experience of Dan, like dealing with Hollywood, like if it was like fresh in his mind and he had to get it out on paper somehow.
Could be.
I don't know.
I did not look into that, so...
Me neither.
Or I didn't see that either as I was reading it. So,
Yeah.
so I'm going to call bullshit on you.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I don't know. It's so like. There's all these like movie archetypes and like, not even necessarily the characters, but just like the way the story evolves and like the way it's narrated, and it's like David Borean almost thinks he's in a movie or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, like, the beginning it reminds me of all those old, he's even talking about, he's like, I love when I'm talking about blondes and alibis and criminals and thugs, and it reminds me of those old black and white, just, like, weird crime capers,
right.
And then it sort of does turn into, like, it almost looks like a horror movie, like, he mentions that later, how his love story has turned into a horror movie, because he's all bandaged up, and there's, like, lightning everywhere, and people getting murdered, and it's, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of like a love letter to movies, sort of.
Maybe you're right.
I don't know. And porno. Kind of a love of porno, maybe. Who doesn't love a good porno? You liars. You love them.
Alright, I'm drained.
Okay, but here's one question. Because we're talking about how it's like movies into comics, that sort of transition. But there's also this running theme in his work with father stuff, like in Wilson, obviously, it's about father. And in this one, like his father's not there, and and he's like piecing those pages of his father's comic back together, trying to figure out, who his dad was through his artwork somehow.
Right.
And I'm wondering, like, there's this weird thing. I didn't notice this the first time I read it. I really didn't. And then when I reread it on page 101, it looks like the page has been taped back together. There's like strips of tape. Like it looks like, I noticed it on like the 8th panel. It looks like it's weird and ripped, and the words look odd. And then it looks like, there's supposed to be like strips of tape taping it back together. And I was wondering if it's supposed to be like this is the story that his son put together of his father, like taped his book back together. I don't know. I don't know what he's trying to say, because that's the only page I noticed it on.
Huh.
But especially on that last panel, or the 8th panel.
Right. Yeah, I did not notice that beforehand, and I cannot answer any of your questions. But now that I see it, it doesn't mean a thing to me.
Yeah, like, it never seems like something hugely important, but I'm curious about that. I don't know.
Well, I am not the person to answer your question about that. It would be Mr. Dan Klaus.
Yeah? Well, damn it, where's Dan Klaus when you need him?
He's making a shitty comic now.
That's probably what he's doing, yeah. No.
All of the stuff that you've mentioned so far is nothing that grabbed me or interests me or makes me like this book at all.
Right.
I do like the bizarreness of the story,
Mm-hmm.
and the bizarreness of the characters. That is where the appeal lies for me. Like a real human being.
Yeah. Because they're interesting, quirky characters.
Yes. Yeah.
Like he lives with a lesbian.
He's a lesbian who is seemingly in love with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's sort of smitten with his own cousin.
Yeah. Who looks exactly like the woman he becomes obsessed with.
Yeah. And her sister.
Who looks exactly like her as well.
See, it's another thing. Like, it's another, like, movie, posters, like the creepy love triangle with twins and, like...
Right.
I don't know.
Pay no attention to the screensaver going away. This is set for League Night.
Okay. I was like, wow. I was like, have we blathered for 45 minutes?
No,
it's like, damn ICP. Yeah. I do freaking love the way he draws expressions on people's faces.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's very subtle, but like, you know exactly what they're thinking. Read Charlie Adlard. Read this book.
What?
I was trying to send a subliminal message for Charlie Adler to read David Bourne so he would know how to draw facial expressions. Ouch. What's that mean? Is that uncalled for?
Uncalled for.
Okay. But yeah, he still should. He should. So he wouldn't be such a fucking terrible artist. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. He's fine. He's fine. Charlie Adler rules. He's good. I'm just not a fan. But anyway, we were talking about David Bourne. Gray tones. Amazing gray tones. Hello. He's still there.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was about to say before I insulted Charlie Adler for no reason. Hi. Hello?
Hello? No.
It's a sexy comic? Would you say it's sexy?
No.
No? There's lots of sex.
There's a lot of sex that does not make it sexy.
What's the difference? Sexy and sex.
Sexy is appealing, and a comic book cannot be sexy.
Even if it's, pornographic comic book?
Especially if it's pornographic.
Oh, here's another thing. It is chopped up into 3 acts like movies. It's got the...
I'm more.
I don't know. It just seems such a, like he's trying to say something about film, but I don't know what. What? Wow, man, we got derailed there. What just happened? So, what do you think about all the family issues, like the mother and father issues? You're right?
I'm fine.
Oh. You sure?
Yeah.
You okay? Do you need to take a break? You want to take a break?
Let's take a break. And we're back.
Hey, we are back.
My neighbors are also doing something now, too, so...
Maybe they're, hiding presents for their loved ones. I don't know what they'd be doing.
David Bourne. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, me too. Thought it was great. I like how it has a... like the first time I read it, I thought it was kind of bleak. And the second time I read it, I got kind of a more positive, yeah. Like, it's more like, don't be so concerned with the, regretting things you've done or, making sure everything works out perfect in the future. It's like about enjoying life.
I guess you're right about the whole movie thing. And I'll just shut up and kill myself or something because I was wrong. And I shouldn't have tried to argue with you about it, but yeah, you were right, I was wrong, and yeah, that's it. I was probably wrong about the whole book. I'm probably wrong that this book is good.
Why are you saying you're wrong? What are you talking about?
Because I just saw something there that made me realize that you are 100% right. It is about movies. It's about film. It's about structured like a film. It's Dan Clowes' homage to movies in general, and you're right, I'm wrong.
Well, I was just kind of an idea. I don't know.
Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, your idea is right.
Well, but it also works just as, an interesting comic.
Because it is a comic.
Yeah. Those seriously, are amazing gray tones. I don't know. He does such weird texture with, It's almost like Zipatone, but I mean, I'd imagine it's done with a computer.
I think this. I mean, it does have a fine edge to it that makes you think that it would be.
Yeah, it almost looks like a gray brush or something, but
right, but it's really, really fine. I mean, or not fine, but sharply defined edges.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But then again, so does his ink. You know, like the solid blacks.
Right.
So maybe, you know, he's just applying the same thing.
Maybe I wonder too if you can
because I think this was probably done before comic people were really embracing, you know, the computer aspect of it, or the production anyway.
I wonder if you could you
outside of Marvel,
could you lightbox something that's black and white line art like this, and you know, use a thick black, or not thick, but use a black brush to do these gray tones, and then on a separate sheet of paper, and scan that in and turn that into gray. Is that possible?
Oh yeah.
That would be the way to go.
That's when my former partner and I were doing a comic. We had somebody gray toning it for us. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty much what he did. He put a sheet of tracing paper over it, and he used a pencil, and he shaded in all the gray tones with a pencil. And then we scanned in the tracing paper and put it over the line art.
Huh? So it's like basically pencil marks scanned in and tweaked or something?
Not tweaked. Yeah.
Yeah, really?
I mean, a little bit tweaked, but, not very much.
I might actually try that. Because, I mean, it looks amazing.
It's a little time consuming if you're doing it all yourself.
Right.
Yeah. It's also, I mean, you've seen me try to patch together, different pieces of a scan into one, and, you've seen how much trouble that can be on occasion.
It seems frustrating.
Yeah. It's like no matter where you place something on a scanner, for some reason the second scan is always just, just a fucking millimeter off.
Like 1 degree angle difference or something. Sometimes I've tried that photo merge thing in Photoshop, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it totally does not.
I have not been able to get it to work for me ever.
Mm-hmm. I'd say 2 out of 10 times I've tried it. But,
yeah.
That fucker can letter too, can he?
Yeah. I'm always in awe of someone who does their own hand-drawn type design. Because I know that's not something I could ever do.
He's good. He's a good
he's
all around
pretty good.
All around consummate artist.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like I said, this is definitely not my favorite of his work, but I think it's infinitely better than Wilson was. I think my problem with Wilson is the fact that I love the execution of that book.
Mm-hmm.
But my biggest problem with it is that the character is such an unlikable asshole.
Right.
And the thing is that Dan Clowes pretty much only writes unlikable assholes. Mm-hmm. Like, every comic of his, the main character is usually unlikable asshole.
Yeah. I
think the difference is, with Wilson, he's confidently an unlikable asshole.
Right.
Everyone else in his stories are kind of,
like they second guess themselves, sort of. Or...
Yeah, they're doubtful, unlikable assholes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wilson's like, this is the way it is.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's David Boring is very much that. He's definitely an asshole, but he is an unconfident one.
He does have a great superpower too. He can look at girls' ass butts and know exactly what they look like without their...
I think part of my enjoyment of this book is the fact that I do feel sort of a personal connection with David Boring, in that I am an unconfident asshole, and I love an ass.
Yeah. On the ladies.
On the ladies. Yeah. I'm definitely an ass man.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love boobs.
Mm-hmm.
That's never going to go away.
It's the other side of the coin. You like
Literally.
Yeah. And you like Lincoln, and you like the memorial.
Exactly.
No, yeah. He can. That's what it was. I started to say he looks at an ass, and he knows what it looks like without their pants on. I don't know that.
No, he knows the personality of the girl based on what her ass looks like.
Yeah. He can, when she walks in the room, he can look at her and also know what her ass looks like. It's like he has these ass powers.
Yeah.
And who doesn't want ass powers? You take them?
I think I used to have them.
Really?
Yeah. In high school, not to the superhuman ability that David Boring has, but in high school, my friends and I were able to see any girl's ass in our classes and know who they were just by looking at their ass, without ever seeing their face.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
How did you see their ass? Were they like...
they're walking away. Or,
okay.
Yeah.
I think maybe you were like peeking into the gymnasium shower room.
I am not a degenerate.
Well, I thought maybe you were just reenacting a scene from Police Academy or Porky's or Revenge of the Nerds.
I'm also not an idiot. Who reenacts things from movies. But no, girls have a tendency to occasionally to wear a tight pant, and you can see their ass and the shape of it. And,
Lord, sir, how filthy!
I could tell who they were.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
You should be using this power for good.
I don't think you can.
Oh, you'd find a way.
Believe me, I've tried, and I've also since lost that ability since I've cut myself off from all human interaction and being in social environments or being anywhere where there are females who aren't connected with my friends.
There are a lot more asses in social environments.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
There, you feel better now?
Yeah.
Talk about it a little bit.
We talked about it. Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I still really don't know. Dan Klaus's art is good. I love the way he draws. I love the fact that he can do different styles, as shown in some of his other works. He pretty much keeps to one style in this one.
Yeah. Ice Haven was probably his most eclectic, I think.
I guess so, because Wilson, well done in different styles, page to page. It was all about one character, and Ice Haven was all about a bunch of characters.
Yeah, I love Ice Haven.
Ice Haven is great. Although I have not read the actual novel version of it.
Oh, the collected one?
Yeah,
okay.
I've only read the 8-ball issue.
Oh. Okay, well I think I've only read the new one. I think I read the first part, because it was multiple issues, I'm sure.
No.
Was it just one?
There's only one issue, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I have read them both.
Yeah.
Yeah, way different, though.
So I hear. And of course, Death Ray is probably my favorite.
Mine, too. It looks like one of those old Marvel collector's item classics. It's giant, oversized comic.
Treasury edition.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I think DC was the collector's item classic.
And Ghost World is up there. I enjoy a lot of his, the anthology stuff that he has, just the short stories from 8-ball here and there.
Right.
20th Century 8-ball, Caricature.
Pussy.
Although that's not a anthology thing, is it?
Yeah, there's a collected. I don't know.
Well, no, I mean, I know it's a collected thing, but it's not a bunch of stories. It's all about pussy.
Yeah. I'm all about pussy, too.
Well, of course. Yeah. Who isn't? Well, gay guys, I guess.
No. You guys know what you're missing.
Yeah.
That was weird. Okay. Yeah, read it, fuckers. Read it. It's good. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I hope his next book is, more of a linear story too, because like you said, all these crazy threads happen and they all tie themselves back together.
Right.
I hope he does something else like that. That's kind of big, epic, lots of characters, and I think he's good at that.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's also a reason why Wilson wasn't that great, is because it was all focused on the one character. Whereas, I mean, David Borean is the central character in this. He's on every page, I think. But, there are a ton of other supporting characters, and within Wilson there's other characters who happen to be in the book, but, they're not very well rounded, or...
They're basically just there for him to insult.
Right, they're there for him to insult, and for us to see how awful he is, and never be redeemed by that. I hate that book.
It was a fun read, but...
Well, yeah, again, I love I love what he tried with it.
Mm-hmm.
I just did not love
the results.
Right.
I getcha.
So this is probably officially the worst episode that we've done.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah.
Did you go to school there?
No, sadly.
Yeah, if you haven't listened so far, then you shouldn't.
Yeah, I guess so. Take a break.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, welcome back to Good or Trash. Howdy.
How
you doing? Is your week going alright?
No, it's not.
No? I mean, other than this episode?
Other than this episode, no, it's gone horribly.
Yeah.
This has been a terrible fucking week.
Yeah. Do tell.
Almost died on Wednesday. Spent a shitload more money than I really intended to have to spend this week on stuff, so that I won't die. Hopefully, on next week.
Yeah.
Just some general bad experiences all around.
Yeah. Well, sorry to hear that.
Hmm?
Hopefully, you're on the mend. Things look good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know. Because today hasn't gone much better. Just in general. In addition to, all the other random bullshit that has been keeping me down for about the past couple months as it is. So,
Man. Well, like this book says, you gotta live in the present. You gotta enjoy the now.
the now is kicking me in the balls. You enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah. None of the things that are happening in this past week are things that were caused by my reminiscing of something that could have happened.
Oh, no, I'm saying...
It's shit that happened.
Well, I'm saying, but it all happened already. So, maybe from now on, it's the now is good.
But the now, right now, is still firmly just punching me in the gut.
Okay. I got you. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, Yeah. Not much going on then, jeez. You know how I don't have a tape player or stereo in my car, right?
Right.
I found a boombox in my basement that takes a bunch of C batteries.
Well,
So I went and bought some and been driving around listening to cassette tapes in a one-speakered boombox sitting in my passenger seat, just to solidify completely my permanent spot in white trashdom. And I was feeling very white trash all week because I was listening to Iron Maiden and De La Soul while I was driving around with my boombox.
I don't know.
You don't
listening to those would count as white trash.
Well,
A little bit on the Maiden, but the De La Soul.
well, I mean, just hip hop, just driving around with a boombox, listening to hip hop, living in East Dayton, just that happens a lot.
Right,
I mean, probably
okay.
not De La Soul. It's probably more
50 Cent
50 Cent
or whoever is currently
the T.I.
T.I.
or whatever.
But no, hip hop past 1995 is pretty much dead to me.
I did enjoy, as Brian pointed out, our buddy Brian John Mitchell, the Roots on Jimmy Kimmel doing
Right.
Straight Outta Compton with Ice Cube.
Right.
That was pretty cool. Except for the fact that they had to censor seriously 100 words. But
The Roots, I'm not too terribly familiar with them. I know that I've kind of enjoyed somewhat what I've heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
They were around before 1995, right?
oh yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
And,
Right around there.
Ice
Right
Cube definitely was, and that's an NWA song, so that's definitely in the 80s, and Straight Outta Compton is definitely from the 80s, so all of that is good hip-hop.
Yeah. Even though the specific event occurred.
Even though it happened, 2 months ago or whatever. Yeah. I'm just talking about anything that happened directly after that.
So the ICP was definitely 95 or prior, right? Because they're amazing.
Well, of course.
Yeah. But so I was listening to those tapes driving around in my car, and I was like, man, I things happen every once in a while. I'm like, I just am a white trash guy. That's just who I am, I guess. And I was feeling very white trash. But then that night, me and Doogie decided to ride up to the UDF and get some snacks, because that's what dudes do in East Dayton at midnight when they're hungry. And so
That's what anybody does anywhere when they're hungry.
yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, if you have a UDF. if you know.
If you have any kind of convenience store.
I'm just saying we didn't have anything stocked. Well, we didn't have nothing at home. No.
Okay, so
that's why we had to go to US. So.
Again, I don't see where this is white trash. So.
Well, most people like have food, me and you don't,
right?
But I'd say most people have snacks at their house already.
I wouldn't consider myself white trash.
No, I don't think you're right.
Okay. Well, then, you just said I was because you
don't have snacks?
Because I don't have snacks here, and because, if I get hungry, I'll occasionally go to a UDF.
Well, you're guilty by association.
Right. No. Sometimes I go to a Speedway.
Or Circle K. So we go up to the UDF, and there's only one empty parking spot at the UDF, and there's two dudes standing in it, yelling at the driver of the truck, the pickup truck parked there, and so they just aren't moving out of the spot.
That's white trash.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I started feeling like a little less white trash, but then we witnessed them as we pull into the spot, we finally get the guy out of the way, and we realize the UDF is closed for cleaning. There's people in there, but the doors are locked or whatever. So we start to drive away, and we hear this loud shattering of glass. And we look over, and the white trash bald dude that was standing in the parking spot has I don't know if he smashed it with his hand because I didn't see it, but he smashed the window to the truck, and it's this older couple. I don't mean in their 60s, but probably mid-40s or something. Yeah. And he's yelling at them. I can't tell if it's his parents or what. And his white trash buddy is trying to drag him away while he's texting somebody on his phone. And the dude doesn't have anything to do with it, being dragged away. And he's just yelling, and they're yelling back and forth. And I'm I didn't bring my cell phone. I'm like, do you have your cell phone, Doogie? We can, we should probably, I don't know, call the cops or something.
Film it.
Or film it. And we neither one had our phones. So we just kind of parked there for a second and watched. And they were just yelling at each other. So, and nothing was happening. So we just decided to drive away because, we were well, surely the people in UDF have already called the cops because they were staring out there anyway. And then we drove to the other convenience store, a mile away, the Sammy's. Got some spicy popcorn, and then he was like, "Let's drive back by the UDF and see what's happening." So we drove back by the UDF, and they're still just standing out there arguing and yelling at each other amidst the broken glass, and So we just drove home and ate our popcorn. I forget. I think we watched Daughter 4 actually, but so I felt a little less white trash after watching that. That's my story.
And so it's an interesting story.
Mm-hmm.
I got nothing. I've had some car trouble recently. I yelled at some people in the parking lot last weekend, and I think that may have been the cause of one of my car troubles.
Ooh. You think they are the culprits who put the railroad spike in your tire?
There was a giant nail in my tire that caused it to go flat, as a nail in a tire will do. And it's because I think if they put it there because I yelled at them in the parking lot.
But you yelled at them in fairness for a good reason.
Yeah.
You weren't just being mean.
This family parked next to my car in the parking lot, and they all got out of the car, and I was outside in the parking lot hanging out by one of my friend's cars. We were just talking, and I kept seeing them look at the car next to them, and I realized that it was mine. And I realized that it was because, this is my little bit of white trash, because it's literally trash. I am a sloppy individual. And may surprise everyone to learn this, but I've got a lot of trash in my car. And I know that it's there, and I know I need to clean it, but these people were just staring at the pile of trash in the backseat of my car.
Right.
And so finally I just yelled out, "Hey, I'd really appreciate it if you didn't look in my car. I know it's messy. Nothing I can do about it right now." And the lady of the clan is like, it's just funny.
That was her way of diffusing the situation.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
We can all share a big smile.
Right. So that was a Saturday, and then Sunday my tire was flat with a nail in it. So I can only imagine that they...
That's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know.
And it was like a really slow leak, because I could fill it up, put air in it, and like it would stay inflated for like a day. So,
Right.
yeah.
Well, if it was them, damn them.
Yeah.
Bastards. That they
I
are.
mean, I'm fully aware that I could be completely paranoid about it, so...
It could have been a rival podcast, like a gang,
Could be.
like
I
a.
may have a story about that.
No.
But just with the railroad spike through my tire, in addition to the fact that I had to get my brakes and rotors replaced. Rephrase that: brakes and rotor replaced.
Yeah.
Because while I tried to replace both rotors, the passenger side rotor would not come off.
It's sort of fused.
Yeah,
Fused in place.
but it's also not worn at all. So we'll just replace the brakes.
If it ain't broke, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right. But, of course, while we were outside fixing my car, the other neighbors, the woman who was walking around in a bikini that one day, she turned on her van so that her kids could listen to the radio while they were playing in the front yard.
That's a pretty big boombox.
Yeah.
It's very modern.
They were listening to some sort of pop station, you know,
Right.
a lot of auto tune and canned drum beats. And my friend who was helping me fix my car, he was underneath my car trying to kick the rotor off of it, and he just kind of stopped and was like, "Is this song about the Flintstones?"
Was it?
I don't know, because I don't pay attention to lyrics. His daughter was there with us, and she said, "No, it is not about the Flintstones." He's like, "I could have sworn they talked about Bedrock."
Maybe they were talking about the character from Youngblood, Badrock.
Oh,
Maybe.
could be.
I could see a pop song about Rob Liefeld characters.
Yeah,
That would be perfect.
That would be pretty awesome. So anyway, Rival Podcast, our friend Matt Brassfield wanted to, he mentioned on Facebook that he was going to start a podcast about the Swamp Thing cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
Which there was only ever 5 episodes made of that cartoon, so it would only be a 5-episode long podcast.
That's awesome.
And he was like, and then maybe after that he would do like the movies and the comics.
Wow.
And so I responded back to him on Facebook that how dare he? You know, you don't see me going around starting a new horror host TV show. That how dare he infringe on my territory?
Right.
I run Dayton, Ohio podcasting.
Yeah, don't step out of line.
Right, this is my turf. And apparently, all of his friends thought it was serious.
Really?
Yeah,
Because why wouldn't you be?
exactly.
Yeah. They just don't know you.
It's possibly that, but
They were sniffing glue.
even if they do know me, I mean, they don't know me well enough, obviously, because I don't let people in. But generally, if I've written it on Facebook, I'm usually not serious.
Yeah.
Usually.
Except for about missing Igor Corday.
Yeah, except for that. Yeah. Because I do miss Igor Cordy.
Does he draw anything? What's he
No, he doesn't. I looked him up on today, actually, and the last thing he did was he was doing covers for the Unknown Soldier series.
Oh, okay.
But even then, he only did like the first couple because Dave Johnson took over after a while. Yeah, he's not doing a thing. I really like that guy, and I'm
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah. Give him some work, somebody.
Fuck yeah.
Fans demand it.
I demand it.
Write your local Marvel or DC or whoever.
My local Marvel or DC.
Yeah. Tell them what's up.
So yeah, anyway, it's just been a shitty week. I will say we have not talked about it, and I know you haven't seen it yet, but I saw Scott Pilgrim twice since the time that we've recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should be going in a few days, hopefully. Yeah. If it's still on.
I'm sure it will be. Yeah. I think you have at least till next Thursday.
Cool. It's a solid 2 weeks in the theater, right?
Yeah. But fucking loved it, man.
I've heard nothing but good things.
I've never read the book. Don't know a thing about it. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to appeal to me at all. Mm-hmm. Fucking amazing movie.
Yeah. It looks fun. Very fun.
If you don't like it, you don't like fun. Yeah. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm excited. Yeah. I think I'm going to see it on the cheap night, because we got the cheap theaters on Tuesday night.
That's unfortunate. You should really be supporting it.
I'm supporting it. Okay.
You're fully supporting it.
Well, I fully supported Expendables, and that kind of bit me in the ass.
Well.
So...
Not good?
It was 100% okay.
Just right down the middle.
Like, in a year from now, if you mention that movie, I might remember that I saw it. It was so forgettable. Like, not bad enough to hate, but not good enough to love. Just right in the middle. Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Well, I hope the other big action movie of the year is a lot more memorable.
Scott Pilgrim?
No. Although that was very memorable, and I love it.
A lot of action.
But and it had a lot of action. I still consider that more comedy than action, though. No, I'm talking about Machete.
Oh, Machete.
Coming out, I think, in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. I'd love to see that in the drive-in theater, but I think it just seems perfect. Just like a fun.
Why would you want to do anything in your car other than just drive?
I like going to the drive-in.
And don't you have to have a radio in order to go to a drive-in?
No, they have a. Oh shit! I think you're right. I think they changed it. Maybe I could tune in my boombox. Now that would be white trash, wouldn't it? A boombox at the drive-in. Oh man, sneaking some Willy Wonka candy, some lemon heads in my pants. Yeah, I think you're right. I think because I used to have the speaker they put on the window, but I think it is all on a radio station now. So I'd have to get someone else to drive, like get my girlfriend to drive.
But again, I just your car is not comfortable. And not just your car, but most people's cars are not comfortable.
Well, I drive the Hummer now. It's roomy, Yeah.
I just, I don't like dealing with people. I don't like having jackasses sitting right next to you or beside you in a mostly empty theater, as what happened when I went to go see Scott Pilgrim this past Friday. But it's got to be better than sitting in a car.
Yeah, it's just kind of a fun experience.
It's a movie screen in your car. Cars come with that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
I just I don't see the appeal, and I don't agree with it. I think it's wrong.
It's nostalgic. It's nostalgic. I used to go a lot when I was a kid. I just like it. I just like the whole experience.
I used to see one when I was a kid.
Yeah.
On the corner of Research and County Line.
It's the one I used to go to a lot. The Belmont Drive-In. Yeah. Well, I didn't see one this year. I'm gonna try to catch one before the season's over.
Well, it won't be Machete if you want me to go.
Yeah. Well, okay. Fair enough.
Because now it's just up to myself to you saying that you don't want to go with me to see Machete. So that's fine. Whatever.
Hey, you opened it up. You opened up that can of worms. Is that your lucky penny?
No, I hate pennies.
Yeah. Tying it into.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
pick a movie.
Well, we got a movie in mind. I don't think we've done a Martin Scorsese picture yet, have we? I don't believe so.
I don't believe we have.
And there's one that I've never seen that I've always wanted to see.
Oh crap! Getting ready to veto.
After Hours by Martin Scorsese.
All right.
Right. Cool.
Don't know a thing about it.
Sweet.
All right.
Well, yeah. There it is, kids.
Yeah.
Sorry, we were
low energy today.
Low energy, yeah.
A little disagreeable.
Yeah.
A little temper tantrumy. A little fuck you. A little less conversation.
Yeah.
A little more action.
Yeah. Next time. Next time.
All this aggravation ain't satisfaction.
No. I can't. We'll split a bottle of whiskey next time.
Alright. Yeah, we should really do a drunk episode again.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a long while.
Or we should just invite, what the fuck's that guy's name that did the room? Tony. Tommy. We should just have him be the permanent third chair.
Either that, or before every episode, we should just watch The Room.
Oh, yeah. And not talk about it. Just,
right, yeah, just watch it, gear up.
We're just cracking up, reviewing Schindler's List. Or
right,
something. Yeah. No one knows why. But we know. And Tommy knows.
Yeah. So, I guess we should wrap up. You gotta get going. You have your big play date tonight.
Yes.
I want to remind all of our listeners, iTunes reviews are nice. Comments are nice, whether we respond or not. For our spin-off podcast, League Night, any kind of comment or review would be nice. I'd like to know that we're just not, that Joe and I aren't just floundering out there with this, I know it's brand new and everything, but,
right.
You
don't want to be singing into a well, as this is.
Right, so we've got lots of, talk about Mad Men and crotchless Batman, so...
Whoa, what's not to like?
I know. A little tentacle rape in the last episode. So,
really?
Yeah.
Are you watching the Japanese edition of Justice League?
No, it's for kids.
Oh, okay. Oh, just a tasteful tentacle rape. Yeah. Okay. I know what you're saying.
Next week we'll review Martin Scorsese's After Hours. Is Griffin Dunn in that?
I don't think so. I think Cheech and Chong are in it, or something. I don't know.
It's a comedy, though, right?
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
I don't really know much about it.
It's, you know what? Awesome on you for not picking one of the gangster movies.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, I love Scorsese's crime movies, but good on you for not going there.
All right. Well, I do want to see Gangs of New York sometime.
Oh, yeah.
I still
haven't seen that, too. And I'd like to see quite a few of his movies I haven't seen.
Yeah, but this one seems more fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
So, we'll try better next time, I guess.
Yeah,
well, we should probably get drunk for the next one.
Oh, yeah.
We should probably get drunk for all of them, really.
Should probably get drunk right now.
Kind of. Alright.
Well, good night, everybody.
Good night. You can subscribe to Gutter Trash at iTunes or directly at guttertrash.net. If you go to iTunes, please leave us a review. You can email us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. For more info, you can find us on Facebook, or you can go to seanborn.net or buyerbeware.guttertrash.net. Listen to our sister podcast, League Night, at league.guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening. Until next time.